Hi guys, so Ian Perkes, who runs a fishing business, voted for Brexit back in 2016, and following the vote, he was told by the likes of Boris Johnson and others that things would get better. Well, Johnson, we know, is a liar, and he's lied to both Mr. Perkes and to others. Ian in this clip described what Boris Johnson did right after the vote back in 2016 and how his company is managing today. Spoiler, it's not going very well.
August 19, Boris came to the fish quay, shook hands with my son and I, and told us, brilliant, we're out. You guys are going to get so busy, you're going to have to employ more staff because the Europeans are going to be desperate for our fish. And he said that in front of all of us. Well, he's right. We have had to take on more staff, not to sell more fish, to handle the paperwork, to do the admin, and sales have dropped 40%. The days we can trade have halved, and at the end of the day, me and many others will go bankrupt.
So trade has dropped 40%, and the days he can trade has halved, and he's looking, as he said here, looking towards bankruptcy. Now, my question is, why did you believe Boris Johnson? Why did you believe Nigel Farage? Why did you believe these people? Boris Johnson has a track record of lying. If somebody has a track record of misleading people, not telling the truth, then why did you trust them? And we can apply this to anyone. Let's take Boris Johnson out of the picture for a moment. We all know people who lie all the time. Compulsive liars, pathological liars. Why would you trust them with something so important? And why didn't you do your homework? Why didn't you realize, and this is something I really struggle with. I'm not in the fishing industry. I'm not in import or export. These people are. And the experts were telling these people, look, leaving the European Union, leaving the single market and the customs union is going to be damaging to your business. And the response from them was, no, it won't, because Boris Johnson has made a promise to me, because Nigel Farage has said it's all Project Fear. Now, why would you listen to Boris Johnson or Nigel Farage and not listen to the experts, the people who know what's happening? You don't have to be an expert in import or export to know that putting barriers up between you and your biggest market is going to be a problem. Like when the experts were saying this, it's going to be a disaster, and the politicians were saying, don't worry. Why would you listen to the politicians over the experts? Why would you listen to your neighbor if you're having heart problems? Why would you listen to your neighbor over a cardiologist? This is something I struggle to understand. And your business is at stake. He described here about how his son shook hands with Boris Johnson as well. I presume his son is in line to take over the business from him. Why would you jeopardize that as well? I struggle to understand this. Was there some other motivation here? Because if you're selling goods into your biggest market and somebody comes along and says, we want to leave that, but we're still going to be able to have our cake and eat it, and the experts are saying, no, this doesn't work, why would you trust the person who's selling you the idea in the first place? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.